Today, the 1st of April is associated with a day of playing jokes on each other. But as we'll see, the history is quite interesting. Many people don't realize that in the original Roman calendar, March, named for the god Mars, was the first month of the year. January and February were added later. Once astronomical measurements became more precise and people realized that on average there's roughly 365 and a quarter days per year, people said, hey, how do we handle this? And people came up with the idea of a leap year, that roughly 1 out of every 4 years, we should have an extra day. And so the place where they decided to add that extra day was in the original first month of the calendar, in March. So on most years, you would go from March 30th to March 31st, and then directly to April 2nd. There was no April 1st. So you'd go directly to April 2nd and then April 3rd, so on and so forth. And then only on leap years did we add a March 32nd. And this persisted for many hundreds of years until we get to the 19th century, where we have a gentleman by the name of Josiah Pools comes along. And he was a bureaucrat in the calendar department of the British Empire. And he had two problems with this idea of a March 32nd. One, he thought it was unfair that March should get an extra day when February only had 28 days. The other problem he had with it is that his daughter, April, was born on March 32nd, and he was afraid that she would only have one birthday every 4 years, and he in fact named her after the month that he thought she should be born in. And so you have April Pools, born in 1871, which further motivated Josiah Pools. And he actually was able to advocate for this change and make it happen, so that no longer did we have March 32nd. Instead, February got the extra day in terms of the 29th, and the day after March 31st became April 1st, and that was April Pools' birthday. And it informally became known as April Pools Day, but once that got around, people actually just mispronounced the word pools. They thought they were hearing April Fool's Day, and that's why people started to say, hey, let's be foolish, or let's play jokes on each other. And so if anyone asks you, why do we have this day? Who do we thank? I only have one thing to say to you. April Pools.